73. That's how many southern resident orcas are left swimming in our Pacific waters. And frankly, it's a number that should terrify anyone who cares about marine ecosystems. On August 15th, the Oregon Fish and Wildlife Commission made what many are calling a long overdue decision by voting to approve the Southern Resident Orca Endangered Species Management Plan. But here's where it gets controversial. Critics are asking whether this governmental action represents genuine conservation progress or simply another bureaucratic band-aid on a crisis that's been decades in the making. The approved strategy comes with a notable amendment that mandates comprehensive reviews every 5 years, essentially creating a built-in accountability mechanism. Ben Entichnap, a senior scientist with Oceana, expressed cautious optimism about Oregon's newfound commitment, stating that it's now evident Oregon's fish and wildlife managers intend to actively contribute to rescuing these critically endangered marine mammals. This adaptive review process means the agency can pivot when new scientific discoveries emerge and environmental conditions shift, a crucial flexibility given how rapidly ocean ecosystems are changing due to climate pressures. To understand why this matters so desperately, we need to examine the devastating decline these magnificent creatures have experienced. Since 1995, southern resident orca populations have plummeted primarily due to 3 interconnected threats that paint a grim picture of human impact on marine life. These include severe malnutrition as their primary food sources disappear, various diseases that weaken already stressed populations, and traumatic injuries resulting from collisions with commercial ships and recreational watercraft that increasingly crowd their habitat. But here's the part most people miss. Oregon's plan specifically targets what experts consider the 4 most critical threat categories: the alarming scarcity of Chinook salmon, their preferred prey; the constant barrage of vessel noise that disrupts their sophisticated echolocation abilities; physical disturbances from boat traffic that interferes with their feeding and social behaviors; and toxic contaminants that accumulate in their bodies over time. According to Entichnap, Oregon now has a vital opportunity to address these interconnected challenges, though he emphasized that success will require both courageous policy decisions and sustained long-term dedication. He expressed enthusiasm about Oregon joining the broader Pacific Northwest collaborative effort aimed at protecting and ultimately recovering these extraordinary ocean inhabitants. And this is where the real debate begins. While conservationists celebrate this governmental action, some critics argue that these management plans often become ineffective paper trails that provide political cover without delivering meaningful results. Others question whether focusing on individual state actions adequately addresses what is fundamentally a regional, if not international, challenge. The harsh reality is that with only 73 individuals remaining, southern resident orcas are teetering on the edge of functional extinction. Every policy decision, every enforcement action, and every dollar allocated could literally determine whether future generations will witness these intelligent, social creatures in their natural habitat. So here's the uncomfortable question we all need to confront. Is Oregon's new management plan a genuine turning point in marine conservation? Or are we witnessing another well-intentioned governmental response that sounds impressive, but lacks the teeth necessary to challenge the economic interests that continue threatening these animals? And perhaps more importantly, are we as citizens willing to support the potentially costly and disruptive changes that real orca recovery might demand? What's your take on this? Do you believe government management plans like Oregon's can actually save species from extinction? Or do we need more radical approaches to marine conservation? Share your thoughts, because when it comes to saving the last 73 southern resident orcas, every voice and every perspective matters in this critical conversation.